There are no days off on a dairy farm. The cows must be milked 3 times a day, every day.
Other than family, the whole workforce is Hispanic, so it's...
Jeff True's family has been in the dairy business for generations. He says the biggest obstacle to growing his business is the shortage of legal labor. He recently had to let 12 of his 14 workers go after an audit by immigration officials discovered that the documents they'd presented had been forged.
It puts you in living in fear of every day, of fear that my labor force can be taken away because I don't know who is here legally and who is not here legally.
Foreign-born workers make up the bulk of the labor force on western New York's many dairy and fruit farms. Their proximity to the Canadian border and U.S. Border Patrol agents adds an element of risk for the undocumented. They say they feel more threatened here than in the southern United States, despite the tough immigration laws in states like Alabama, Georgia, and Arizona.
Down there, I think it's a lot easier because of lots of more Hispanic people.
The immigrants who work on farms like this one in the area tell us that they crossed into the United States illegally from Mexico, thousands of kilometers away from here. But even here, they risk being stopped and detained by immigration authorities almost daily because Border Patrol agents have jurisdiction within 100 miles or 160 kilometers of the northern border. Immigrants say Border Patrol agents are a common sight in their neighborhoods, as suggested by these photos. Griselda Macatella's parents were deported when she was 15, leaving her to care for her siblings.
They just ask you for your documents. If you don't have them, they take you. They don't tell you a reason why they stopped you. They just ask for your documents.
Dairy farmers are lobbying to expand the government's guest worker program, which is currently only for seasonal work. But opponents argue that farmers just need to pay more.
I'm sure they're having trouble attracting workers. And it's not just American workers. They're having trouble attracting any workers. And that's because the wages and conditions are far, far too low.
Farmers point out that they already pay well above the minimum wage. And yet still, the only people they can find to do the work appear to be the ones who legally aren't allowed to. Kristen, Saloomey, Al Jazeera, Western New York.